So bioarchitecture is about creating healing environments, really. Like in essence, that's the goal. Creating buildings that heal. With the Garden of Life, we are applying also the same principles. It's creating a garden that is blossoming with life.
I believe that when we are in right relations with the world and we find a means to express ourselves through being of service to the world, then we exalt our existence. One simple way of saying that is building buildings that heal. How do we design environments that actually have a way of bringing more life and more thriving life to the world, as well as living and restoring right relations with Mother Earth. So the building biology and the way that we build buildings that are healthy is of utmost importance. And so that's chemical-free, that's mold-free, that's also how they interact with electromagnetics, how are the buildings creating or using electric charge in a healthy manner. All of that goes into the building biology, which is a pillar or cornerstone for BioArc. But that's not to say that we shouldn't use steel ever, or we shouldn't use cement ever. There is a time and place for every building material, but we want to use our materials judiciously and intelligently based on what we're looking to achieve. Much of the time, the industry is focused just pretty much only on what is the cheapest thing to do. At BioArc, the cheapness isn't the number one. We actually want to make buildings that lead to thriving life. We want those buildings to be economical and affordable, but the industry is obsessed with how do we do the cheapest building as quickly as possible. And the health of that is secondary or tertiary, or maybe not even considered at all. And what we're focusing on is how do we make buildings that create thriving life for everything. And economics is one piece of it, but it's not the center. Life is the center. So like bamboo, for instance, is a fantastic building material because it's so renewable. It grows extremely fast. Bamboo has a life expectancy that's limited largely because of termites. Now, certain woods have the same problem. And what BioArc's developed is a way of treating bamboo and petrifying it with silica, with glass, powdered glass, that basically impregnates the bamboo with the silica powder and makes it crazy strong, like ironwood strong, and termite proof and fire resistant. That takes bamboo to a whole nother level of usefulness, where you can get the same life expectancy as timber, and potentially much more. And that, in addition to construction systems that simplify the connections, is allowing us to bring and do more interesting bamboo buildings, also lower the cost, and allow more people to have access to this building technology.
Growing up in Asia, bamboo is just practically everywhere, right? It's not like an uncommon material. The whole use of bamboo and the circular economy of it provides a very good return for the local community. It does spell out, or it does give more value into them continuing a family business of theirs. And it's what's available already within the space, within our region here. This is what we have. We have to find ways and means to utilize it to live a more sustainable and circular economy for our local groups.
Sudah hampir 15 tahun yang lalu, saya kenal BioArc, saya ikut dia, ternyata bicara soal cuan, saya pikir sekarang, saat ini, rata-rata penghasilnya lebih meningkat. Skill yang saya dapat sudah pasti banyak. dari seperti arcis yang tadi, yang ada split, bikin bambu fence silang biar lebih kuat, saya lakukan lebih kuat. Dan saya terbuka untuk menerima banyak ide dan banyak masukan dari arsitek, dari BioArc. Saya kerja untuk saat ini sampai ke depan hanya untuk BioArc. Kalau saya punya kerjaan, saya rekrut banyak teman, banyak warga, banyak anak muda untuk kerja bergabung bersama saya. Apalagi proyek yang menjanjikan dari BioArc yang di Penebel Tabanan, mungkin saja saya bisa merekrut 25 orang nanti untuk kerja bersama saya untuk di Tabanan.
For us, because we only work with clients who are out to do things like Garden of Life, it's an opportunity to synergize a lot of wisdom and actualize and materialize a project of this magnitude. Ronnie, for instance, and his entire team are very high caliber people. They've done a lot, they know how to build, they've done a lot of incredible things. So when we bring their genius with our specialties, plus all the other specialists they're bringing together, we actually can synergize and actually get things done. We're holding one piece of this larger thing that is the Garden of Life that is coming together and has been built, that's Ronnie been building, and we're here to be of service to that vision. One of the things we're also doing at Garden of Life is showing you can use the building as a tool of making the land itself more healthy. You can do that with the electric charge of the building into the farm. You can do that with the effluents. You can take human effluents and compost it safely and use that to feed the plants. We can structure and clean the water. So we have a pavilion to show what it means to structure water and increase its bioavailability. So there's very specific techniques where we can make the water more bioavailable and filter and clean it. And this we want to bring to the Subak system. We want the entire island to use these ancient technologies that are already here, plus new ones, and filter and clean the water. So Bali's getting healthier each year, and the land is going up in value each year. So this project demonstrates these things, plus many, many other things, for how do we do things that are actually of real value to the people on the planet, in the island as a whole. As a human, when we build a shell, a building, we are connected to it. Our nervous system is directly impacted by it, like directly. We're in it all day, if we like it or not. Now, we might not be aware of it, but it does affect us. We want to have shells that protect us and create thriving life. We want to do that as a community. We want to show everybody, oh my gosh, you also make more money, by the way, when we do this together. Like, that's the opportunity we have. And if we don't do that, we're going to have more and more extreme weather events and more collapse of the ecosystem and more death and unhealthy people. And architecture, I believe, can be a potent way of bringing people together, and we can create environments that create a higher probability that we'll get our act together and we'll stand up as men and women and be responsible and relevant to our context. If we're not aware of the context we live, our lives could become irrelevant. So you can make a huge amount of money trading stocks on Wall Street. Okay, fucking awesome, great, good for you. However, if your home in downtown New York City gets covered by another megastorm, well, what's the value of that money when you don't have the food and your children are sick? What's the point? We can make more money making the planet healthier and being in right relation with the land and the spirits all in one. And we want everyone to walk away with that and be empowered by that and take that to everywhere else they can, because we want thriving life.
Here with BioArc, I'm the construction manager. I help with the development of the architectural designs and bringing grand visions with beautiful geometry into the physical realm, into the 3D. If we approach a development and we first focus on keeping as much of the natural ecosystem intact as possible, just Doing that is going to make the energy of the space more vibrant. Then we use natural materials that breathe and resonate this energy. So it kind of like you put the building in the space and it rings like a bell.